Trans TikToker can't stop blaming white people. Yet another reaction by Misha Petrov. And the reason why we're doing her reactions, well, first of all, I kind of started enjoying her content myself. Second of all, you seem to be enjoying her content because the views on my YouTube channel have been showing this. So I've decided, yeah, if I'm enjoying it, you're enjoying it, and it's a good video to practice my own public speaking, my speech. I decided, why not going on with her again? And the reason why we're picking this specific video is talking about a controversial topic that I've just underlined: white people. Now, I'm a white person, so I get my say on this. And I will have to admit, there are a lot of, YouTubers, influencers that give their own opinions on this, and they claim how big of a problem that is becoming now. And I do partly agree with them. But there has been this one great quote by my professor recently that I heard from him, and it was saying, if you want to defend your opinion and you think it's right, you need to know how you're going to defend the other one. You need to be able to defend the opposite opinion. And I think it's a great quote because it summarizes that not all things are black and white, and there are certain parts where we can see racism in general, and towards black, and towards white people, and towards Asian people, and towards a lot of other skin groups. But I think that only talking about this video, I'm not going to get banned by YouTube again. Yeah, like the last time when we were streaming about body shaming. In any case, without further ado, let's start the reaction.
This person $5 so they can get themselves a treat. And you know what that is? That's white supremacy. Hormone replacement therapy is for anybody who wants to take it. Colonization has infiltrated the vegan movement so heavily. The vegan movement.
I'm already at the beginning. But this quote that colonization has incredibly affected vegans. I mean, again, as I just said, you need to hear both sides of the story, but I deserve my own laughter. Come on, like if I think it's funny. Also, her face, it just looks super fun.
Movement is incredibly racist. I'm so tired of white cis women being more dedicated to being called a healer. We do not need more nice white women. Are you kidding me?
Hey guys, it's Misha and welcome
back. We need more men dressed as women. Again, we're talking about white racism here.
Back to my channel. So today I want your help. I'm trying to understand what this TikTok.
That's a great reaction, actually, because she wants my help. I'm here to provide it, and you're here to see it.
TikToker is saying. A lot of this person's videos are incredibly difficult to understand. A lot of virtue signaling going on, that's for sure. But white women are to blame. What's new? We're going to try and figure out what we've done this time. We're going to be looking at those videos today, but before we start, please make sure you are subscribed and have hit the notification.
Guys, subscription, notification, and a like. Yeah, but again, if you don't like the reaction, please comment below what went wrong. And yeah, now as I understood, we're actually going to be talking about not white people in general, but white women. Well, I still am kind of closer to this group of people, so maybe it's not that bad even. Maybe I can actually give a point or two.
Notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos.
Masking is not an option. The only thing that you're making optional is whether or not disabled people and immunocompromised people get to live. That is the option that you're making. And you are consistently choosing your own comfort over marginalized people's lives. And
woman, if you knew how much times do I ignore my own comfort, you would have asked, how am I still walking on this earth?
You know what that is? That's white supremacy.
That's white supremacy. Did we skip a few chapters? And what about the black people who chose not to wear a mask? Are they also white supremacists?
Because my life and my...
Okay, we're talking about people with masks. I did wear a mask, so you know you can't even blame me for this. Am I saying it was the right choice? I wore a mask. That's what I'm gonna say.
community's lives are on the line because you just don't feel like masking, and I'm over it. I had to walk into my doctor's office today and not one person in the waiting room and on the staff was masking except for my practitioner who always masks. My doctor's office. That's not optional for me. That is forcing me to walk into a space where I am unsafe and I'm putting my health at risk so I can go see my doctor. And if
what disease are they potentially carrying in that doctor's office? See, this is the thing. The reason why a lot of the doctors, they wear these white costumes, and why they are masked all the time when they're, for example, doing surgery, or when they're towards very old people, it's because those bacterias that are like okay for them, for example, when they spit, or I don't know, like bacteria that could just like jump from a person to another, it could be fine in an everyday environment. But specifically, I don't know, if it gets into, when a surgeon is dealing with your body, and if it gets inside your body, or if it gets on the skin of an elderly person whose immune system isn't that strong, that could bring potential risk to life. So my question to you, you look like relatively young. I wouldn't even give you 30. What kind of diseases, dead diseases, could those people who are sitting in your doctor's office bring to you that moreover would be saved by a mask? That is the question you should be asking. Not the problem with masking even is that a lot of the times you don't even ask the questions. And that's actually one of the key thoughts. I think I will maybe even redo my channel's description on it, that people act and ask. These are the two most important things in your life, and trust me, you live it disease free from that.
And if I get sick, I'm a visibly trans person. The likelihood that I will get a doctor who thinks I should be dead is actually very high, especially with where I'm at. I have had doctors comment on my post telling me that they think trans people should die. There have been people in our communities that have been
You're a popular TikToker. I have had comments. I have had hatred comments. Well, not death threats, but I had hatred comments, and I'm not even above 100 subs. I'm absolutely sure. Well, I'm actually gonna check. Your Birdie Blossom TikTok. Oh. You got 81,000 followers. 82,000.
my body.
Wait, we're gonna watch this later, but you get approximately 10,000 comments a day. 10 a day, probably, because you probably do a video every day. 10,000. One doctor commented and probably said, "I'm a doctor, I think trans people should die." And you're now globalizing it into a whole general idea that doctors wish you dead. Come on. Wait, before I continue the video, I understood that I'm not sharing it.
Laughed at by paramedics.
Okay, pause. Just because real_doctor commented, that doesn't mean that's an actual doctor. That sounds very unlikely. That an actual doctor was telling you to die. Why? What's the victim card you're gonna pull this time? You're trans? You're immunocompromised? That's why they want you to die? It just sounds...
Even if there's one doctor, you have a country with 300 million people. I don't know what percentage of it are. How many doctors are there in the United States? You know what? It's my stream. I can do whatever I want. We're gonna check how many. Wait. Doctors in U.S. hospitals number. How many doctors are there in the average? There's an average of 134 doctors per hospital. 5,600 hospitals, you do the math. One doctor said he wished you dead. Come on now.
Very unlikely.
There have been people in our communities that have been laughed at by paramedics while they bleed out in the streets because they think being trans is some funny joke, and they died. That is the reality for trans people right now.
I feel like we would have heard about that. That would have been
That was
big news that
newsflash.
trans people were bleeding out on the streets and the paramedics just laughed.
You care about trans people?
Imagine you go scrolling the BBC in the morning and you see this footage, there's someone dying, these people are dying and bleeding, saying help doctors, and the doctors just standing there like, bullies and laughing at them. Ha ha ha, trans people should die. That would have been very big news. I know I'm also making it in a very big point now. I get it. But I mean, I'm fighting her argument with my own argument. But we have 10 more minutes of this content, so.
People, if you care about disabled people, if you care about immunocompromised people, or really anybody who is marginalized because consistently they are more at risk, BIPOC people are more at risk, then you need a mask. If not, then please go wave your flag for white supremacy, because that is exactly what you're promoting.
I think I need to take notes because this is too confusing.
Stop pretending that it's anything else. I am so tired of hearing people say that they care about people and then sacrifice our lives for the sake of what? For the sake of what?
You thought you ate that?
Aurora Bird, or Birdie.
Oh, okay. That's actually who we just checked. Yeah, so it's gonna be about one TikTok. Well, yeah, the video is called Trans TikToker. What was I thinking when I was starting this reaction?
Is this a trans bird? They, them, theirs.
Sis, I want you to message the trans person in your life and ask them what is one thing that you can do to lighten their load this week.
I will be honest, there is no trans person I could message who is going to answer me this question. I guarantee you.
Whether that be grocery shopping, folding laundry, doing dishes.
I am not doing the dishes for you because you're trans. Nor should anyone be doing that. What?
Ask the trans people in your life if there's a task or something that you can offer them to help with the burden that we're carrying, because we're having to deal with all of this stuff right now. And then
what stuff? I'm gonna try, I'm gonna try to defend her argument to actually see if we can have a logical debate on here. What do dishes have to do? I do get something. I get text your trans friend or trans colleague, whoever, text a tranny, ask them if they want some help, show them some sort of kindness while they're going through this hard time. Darling, or I shouldn't be calling you that way. I can't even call you a ma'am. No, I will call you a ma'am, because screw it, you're not going to watch this video anyway. Ma'am, what hard times are you exactly going on? Can you be more specific? Maybe then I'll do something more apart from the dishes. Maybe I'll go, I don't know, buying groceries wasn't here. Buy them a chair. I don't know why they need a chair. It's bigger than doing the dishes. You get a nice new chair.
Then send that trans person $5 so they can get themselves a treat.
Because you're trans, you need everyone else to act as your servants. You need us to do your chores, wash your dishes. You're not capable of doing all that on your own?
Because we're having to deal with all of this stuff right now. Well,
I can debate if I am dealing with more stuff. I don't want to brag about myself, honestly, but I can debate, and I am not even in a very big position to debate. There are people in my country who can tell you what actually is dealing with serious stuff nowadays.
While having to deal with all of the life stuff.
Life stuff.
And the regular life stuff that we deal with is life stuff, and then there's transphobia and living as a trans person in the world, and then there's what's going on right now, which is all of that combined.
The grift in this one.
Stop telling trans people that you care about them and then literally doing nothing about your allyship.
Okay. What does caring about a trans person mean? I know what is caring about a mother. I know what is caring about a friend. I know what is caring about a pet. What is caring about a trans person mean? And why are you telling this sitting in a pajama? Like, I don't know. I suddenly had this image like you feel like you're a child that wants to, be comforted. I thought that you're supposed to be grown adults with your choices. Isn't that what the community pushes?
Especially if you know a trans person personally, they have spent years or whatever amount of time to educate you and to beg you to actually be there for them. And you just stand there and you watch as this stuff happens.
What's the stuff? Tell me what's the stuff. Like, at least, even if it's fake news, like, point out some articles. Point out some cases of people lying on the street bleeding and doctors laughing at them because they're trans people. Like, what's the stuff? Come on, man. I'm actually trying to understand you. Be honest.
I'm surprised there's no Cash App. I mean, she has to deal with life stuff. Crazy victim mindset right here.
I just wanted to say that hormone replacement therapy is for anybody who wants to take it.
So I'm wondering what you have transitioned into, because I'm assuming that this is a biological woman who's on T, but still keeps the long hair, doesn't put in a lot of effort into presenting as a male, which if you talk to actual trans people with gender dysphoria, right, they always say, that would be very uncomfortable for them because the whole point of transitioning is to look like the opposite sex. Or just because you say you're trans, you're trans. Anyone can
be trans. Anyone in our days. And no matter if you need some operations, you can still call yourself trans. Sorry, musical pause.
Get surgery. Everyone can go on puberty blockers. This is dangerous, what you are promoting here. This is why we see so many detransitioners.
Non-binary people and binary people both can take hormone replacement therapy and be completely valid in their gender identity. And if you don't physically transition, that doesn't make your gender identity less valid. Now I'm 6 weeks back on, and it feels awesome! I feel so good.
Yeah, can you tell me what you're trying to do?
My God. And I have found that I really love being on testosterone. It makes me really sad that people are really set on taking away options from people rather than giving them more choices.
I'm not even allowing this to go on my YouTube channel. I'm not allowing you to put whatever you're putting there, because who knows who's gonna watch this stream. And I'm not even like giving you the chance to show it on my channel. No.
For children who aren't even transgender. Decolonize your veganism.
I keep getting told that my products are unethical because I use leather, or people messaging me asking me to use vegan leather instead. And y'all, please stop. It is not more sustainable or ethical to use plastic over indigenous processed deer hide. If you want to live a life...
Can I ask if she's a Taylor Swift fan? I'm gonna one day, I'm gonna go in her comment section and ask, are you a Taylor Swift fan? You know what? We're actually gonna do this now. Live. Check it. If I can access my TikTok account. Wait, I'm actually not going to share then my then I'm gonna share this tab. And then because whoever, like, if I ever see a woman, it means like I'm asking them instantly, do you follow Taylor Swift? Okay, so I wasn't able to log into my TikTok account, which is a shame. Maybe some other time. You got lucky. You don't get to answer my question today.
filled with environmentalism, then you need to look towards indigenous people, practices, and products. The vegan movement is so focused on the no animal rule that they're forgetting just
1 second. Okay, let's continue.
Just how racist.
Wait a second, pause. That's what it's about. That's what veganism is. The no animal rule. You abstain from consuming animal products or using animals for clothing, for entertainment. So not just one of the rules. That's like the main reason people are vegan. But I guess that's racist?
They're forgetting just how racist they're being. And I see indigenous creators getting harassed all the time when they eat meat. But I have never seen any commentary from vegans about the polymer clay earrings. You know, the plastic earrings that pollute the environment.
Are the plastic earrings made out of animals? Also, you can be indigenous and embrace veganism for ethical reasons, right? The goal is to reduce harm to animals regardless of your race or ethnicity. What?
If you're vegan, that's totally fine. Go you. But please stop with the...
Guys, I mean, do whatever you want with your life, but I didn't even make a comment because my brain couldn't. It was declining all the absurdity that I was listening in this YouTube video, and it was allowing my heart and my taste to appreciate this lovely piece of meat. Actually, if you're transitioning, this should be good for you. You know, you got some muscles, something like that. I'm gonna get banned again.
With that holier than thou act.
That's rich coming from you. That's wow.
Start actually learning about what is sustainable, what is ethical, and why colonization has infiltrated the vegan movement so heavily. It is well known that the vegan movement is incredibly racist. Decolonizing your veganism.
That was crazy.
My body, my choice means
Ooh, my favorite topic. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my meat back. Also got myself a chocolate while I was there. If you're still watching to this moment on YouTube, I really love you guys. Like genuinely, I love you because it means a lot that you are willing to listen to my thoughts.
Personal choices. When you choose to go out in public and go indoors without a KN95 or an N95 mask, you are making the choice for other people's bodies. As an immunocompromised person with asthma who's disabled and trans, I not only am a more high risk to get sick, but then when I do get sick, I have less of a chance of even getting treated. And that was shown today. I went to a new doctor's office to try to be established as a patient. They said that maybe if I want my doctor to wear a mask around me, then maybe I shouldn't actually be a patient with them. There was an immunocompromised person who was put on...
If this is a private clinic, I mean, it's their choice because that's why they're private. If it's a public clinic, then I think there are some rules they should comply, but I'm not sure exactly how it works in the States. Now, talking back about my body, my choice. Yeah, again, weren't you the one who was forcing people to wear masks?
On a psych hold in the emergency room and refused pain meds for a migraine because they were asking their doctors and the nurse practitioners to wear masks in their room because they're immunocompromised. They were told that they were being hysterical and overdramatic. We have people who are high risk who have been isolated.
And you have doctors. And you're not asking some random dude from the street. You're literally asking the guy who is telling you what you have. Imagine going to a, let me think, a scientist. Imagine going to a mathematician. No, actually, imagine going to Pythagoras and showing him that, yeah, well, you should do your theory the other way because I am doing it this way and I cannot fix the problem. So please, we should do it the other way. That is my theory. If it's like, if I tell how to use it, okay, that was a very bad example. Forget about it. I can't come up with an example. The point is, the reason why you're saying that you're in risk is because a doctor told you that. So if a doctor tells you that you're not in risk, then probably he knows better.
Isolated for years because people just want to get back to normal.
It's 2024. CDC guidelines are not based on science, y'all. It's literally based on economy and the public's misinformed individualistic opinion. That's a very different tune than what we were hearing when masks were mandated. Hashtag disabled life, hashtag disabled, hashtag disability awareness, hashtag LGBT.
How does this person get the 81,000 subscribers on TikTok? I is this like the whole psychopath clinic that decided to get access to their doctor's phones and then signed it on? And then when the doctor found out, he actually threatened this girl. Makes sense. At least there's more logic in this than veganism being racist.
LGBTQ, hashtag trans, hashtag queer, hashtag non-binary, hashtag autistic, hashtag ADHD. I am so sorry. Nice white women are just abusers. Are those Doritos?
I'm so tired of white cis women being more dedicated to being called a healer than actually doing the work to be a healer.
Who can translate this for me?
The only thing that you're worried about healing is your
I'm gonna try to translate. She is very confused that women, normal women, are saying that there should be the healing side, the comforting side of the genders group, but in reality they are not. And I can't find logic in this as well, but you asked for translation. You asked for translation, Misha. Well, there it is.
bruised ego and being confronted with your complacency in genocide and your obsession with upholding privilege.
If this is a queer for Palestine, that makes a lot more sense.
You do not need more nice white women. Are you kidding me? And stop asking marginalized people to do the work for you because you don't feel comfortable with it. I am so tired of having conversations with white cis women where they're more upset about the fact that they're being called in or called out than the fact that they're harming marginalized people.
What does
Can I ask, why are you only offended by everything and you can't stand and you're tired? What have you done except for posting the TikToks? I mean, I know that I'm watching Misha's stream. Okay, I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. I'm gonna go on Instagram. Wait, what's your nickname again? Because I'm not supposed to remember this crap. Birdie Blossom. So her name is Birdie Blossom. TikTok. You didn't even look that bad. Why did you decide to go through all this crap? Okay, birdieblossom.com is an artwork and herbal business nestled in the blue. You can find dedication, care, vulnerability, intentions. These things are essential to I can't. Oh, no, 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 no. No images of trans people, please. Okay. $44? Oh, pink triangle earrings, the Doritos, for $33. This shish was sold out. Okay, limited edition. Okay, so you're kind of producing art. You're an artist. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how much you actually help. I would, because all that I see now is complaining. And okay, protect trans kids. Uh, stop, decolonize, canceled. Uh, oh no, not even talking what I saw. I do. I want to watch her video reading the Quran. No, no, I genuinely don't. Zeno77 as perfect kissing in a tree. What? I don't know who you are, but shout out to this guy who went on the stream and dropped a comment. You know, I don't know what you're trying to say, but yeah. In any case, let's finish the video because the stream has been going for longer as usually expected. Okay, I can already conclude this reaction. There's like 2 more minutes of it that we're gonna watch, but the general result of it is that if I really want to understand this woman's opinions and thoughts and what they're actually against, I'm gonna have to like sit down and have a whole conversation because like these videos they make no sense and they're like her most trending videos. Okay, she has like okay, she has one where she was like reading the Quran. Oh wait, I didn't change the window. Well, in any case, you can see them all here. So she has like love is of her. Like I mean, she has like this video got millions and disable lives matter. So like I can't just connect the dots. So I'm gonna need a brief conversation with you to actually try and find the common sense. But as it stands now, you're full of shit. Oh my god.
You because you don't
Sorry, I've been watching the clips and it kind of jumped.
feel comfortable with it. I am so tired of having conversations with white cis women where
Wait, this is worse than I thought. One second. Okay, maybe this will help.
No.
Okay, let's try this again.
same women that are the first to minimize the impact of social media and also the first to use social media as their business opportunity, to use their voice to create their community. So why is it that when in your mode of healing and community and business, why the is liberation not being centered? Y'all
I'm not watching this. I'm sorry. Misha, I mean, okay, I'll give you a fair shot.
Literally, those grifters, the Black Lives Matter, you need to cash at me, my $1,000 course on how not to be racist, but in trans form, or whatever he, she, it is talking about here. What does this person want from me exactly as an evil white woman who can't be nice because that's racist? I'm supporting
Nothing, and I'm not watching the last 30 seconds, Misha. I mean, there's literally nothing to watch additional, and your content is as good as always. You find me these people who I can react to with you as well. I mean, the only reason I am ending this reaction now is because there's really nothing to say about it. it's completely bullshit, unconnected what she's trying to say, and I genuinely am trying to understand what this woman is pushing, but I can't. I can't because it's too much crap. We need to like sit and have a normal conversation. So guys, conclusion of this video. It will be a weird for a stream called Why Discrimination is Real. But the conclusion will be, if you're starting an influencer's TikTok account, at least make sure you clearly explain what you're talking about, or don't try to don't try to act like one. Just say that you're saying this for because you just want to say it, and you're just doing it for fun, for whatever reason you have. I don't know. Like I have a reason why I'm doing these streams. I'm watching YouTube, kind of practicing to talk, and also sometimes getting feedback from other people, and I hope I will get feedback from this reaction as well. Comment everything below what you think, but I don't really know if there's anything to say here additionally. In general, this was zynovii7. We're going to yet another reaction about white discrimination, so if you're going to be watching this on YouTube, you will not want to miss it in a couple days. But for now, I thank you for watching it, and I will see you then.